So I'm on this mission to dismantle the fence. And that basically means we need to stop choosing sides. We need to stop opposing each other and start respecting each other, right? I think the world will be a lot better if we can get on board with that. So instead of being on a different side of the fence, let's just get rid of the fence. I'm currently reading this book, The Body Keeps the Score, by Bessel van der Kolk, MD, Brain, Mind, and Body in the Healing of Trauma. I have come to believe that every single one of us carries some kind of trauma, whether it's huge, minute, or anywhere in between. I don't need to go into great detail about trauma right now because that's not really what I'm talking about, but it's really clear in this book that for our emotional and mental well-being to be at its peak, we need to be supported, we need to know that we're heard, and we need to know that we feel safe. We need to know that we are safe. What I found interesting in this book is that basically people with some junk in their past, big, small, whatever, and who doesn't have junk in their past, feels chronically out of sync with the people around them. This leads us to look for people who are of like mind, people who resonate with us, people who agree with us, and people who think like us. That way we have camaraderie and we don't feel alone, and instead feel supported and heard, which is what we're looking for. But listen to this. Focusing on a shared history of trauma and victimization alleviates our searing sense of isolation, but usually at the price of having to deny our individuality. Members can only belong to these victim groups, basically, if they conform to a common code. Let's go on. Isolating oneself into a narrowly defined victim group promotes a view of others as irrelevant at best or dangerous at worst. And guess what? That leads to further alienation. Gangs, extremist political parties, and religious cults may provide solace, but they rarely provide mental flexibility to be fully open to what life has to offer, and as such, cannot liberate their members from their traumas. Listen, well-functioning people are able to accept individual differences and acknowledge the humanity of others. Well-functioning people, let me say that again. Well-functioning people are able to accept individual differences and acknowledge the humanity of others. That's how we dismantle the fence.